If there's one thing I learned as a product manager at a startup, then it's to prioritize tasks, but also have a very clear to-do list and tick those boxes and actually get things done. And that's also how I look at doing things at home when it comes to renovating the house and having tasks of finishing things that we always had on our list. So my wife Suzan and I, we have actually a to-do list of the things that we want to do on the house. And we don't really put a deadline to it, but we do have some of these, such as like changing the tap that we had. We want to make some shelves for çantik and katmer, to British longhair cats, making the roller blinds more darkening, so blackout curtains, hanging a painting, and then also repainting some of the walls. So this is one of these taps that we had in our toilet downstairs. And it's one of those things that I'm like, okay, we should change this because it gets a bit annoying to wash your hands and it's just not very convenient. And you can really make this in your head a huge thing, like, oh yeah, let me ask someone to come and fix this, get a new one, etc. But then I realized I'm actually also an engineer, so why don't I just look up on the internet, get a new tap and replace it myself. And I think that's one of the key lessons here, is that a lot of the things that you try to do at your own home, it's really not rocket science. We have ChatGPT nowadays and YouTube, of course. Ordering the tap, like choosing the right tap, took longer than actually changing this. It took me about 35-40 minutes. So this is the final result. It works and we're super happy. It's super convenient to wash our hands in the sink in the toilet now. The second thing that we want to do is build these shelves for çantik and katmer, because we love them, but also because we don't want them to do this on our furniture. So I got to Proxys, bought these shelf hangers from wood, and then on Amazon we got these kind of like rug material with tape on it at the bottom. And then we were reusing these plywood from our kitchen. So in our previous videos, in the renovation videos, you know that our kitchen is made from this custom material that we ordered online, and we got a lot of these scraps. And even 1.5 year later, we still have a lot of these plywood, which is insanely good material, and it matches, of course, the rest of the house. So we won't need to buy anything new. I got rid of the guitars that were on the corner, and then we added these shelves. So we added the top plywood, added 2 of these shelf hangers at the bottom. I did this together with Suzanne, and then made 4 holes in the wall and kept about 40 centimeters in between them, so that both çantik and katmer are able to climb on it. In general, this always takes more time than you think. It's not just drilling the holes, but also getting the right tools, making sure to also clean afterwards. So I think that's one of the biggest things when you're doing these renovations. Sometimes on YouTube you see these very sped up shorts and it looks very cool and quick, but I think in general you realize in real life that every single thing takes time, and especially in an older house, as I already said in my previous renovation videos, you have no idea what's on the wall. Is it like a drywall? Is it going to hold or not? So that's always also a very big challenge. Eventually I also had to change the bottom shelf, put it more towards the right, so I also had to fill up those holes again, and also these kind of things take a lot of time. But the end result is really great. çantik and katmer in the beginning were a bit hesitant of using it, but now it's to a point that they actually really love it, and it's their sleeping spot at this point. So every time we come home, we know that we can find them there. And of course, this is me being proud. And then I got this painting from my wife. This is the view from my old apartment in The Hague. I stayed there for about 8 to 10 years, so it's very nostalgic. And also this is one of these things that, I see a lot of people, if I visit other people's houses, they always have some kind of a painting that they have to do. But I think what works for me is really making a to-do list and also adding a time to it. So I think hanging a painting like this, it's gonna take you 30 minutes. So yeah, do those things, get those things done. After that, these roller blinds that we bought from Hornbach at the beginning, they're not darkening enough, so it means that quite a lot of light is coming in. I didn't want to order a new one because they're firstly was quite expensive, but secondly I also felt like it's a waste of material. So why not just get like a blackout curtain material and glue it on top of it. So my wife went to buy this material, which looks very good. It's kind of like a blackout curtain that you can put on the old one. In general here as well, just trying it out, seeing if it works. I think it's also really about loving the process of doing these kind of things, because it's not, we could get a new roller blind, you pay 50 or 60 euros more, but I also kind of like doing these things, learning these new skills. And also I learned that of course it's quite difficult to get the exact right dimensions that's gonna match the roller curtains, the roller blinds. But I still want to give it a try. Added this material on top of it, and eventually it worked. The final result is not great because there's these wrinkles, so once it was rolled up it couldn't go all the way to the top. But hey, we learned a lot and it's functioning. But do I recommend you doing this as well? No, just get better roller blinds that are actually blackout. And then there's this other one of painting the walls. Yes, also one of these things that I recommend, just putting a reminder for yourself every 6 or 9 months to, paint these smudges on the wall. It really adds up after a year. You bump into something, you're moving things, and then there's all these smudges somewhere. And again, I made it to do for this, and I think this was on a weekend. Finally took out the paint that we have of the exact color that we have for the wall, and started painting all of it. And I think that's the biggest lesson of all of these small renovations in your house. Instead of thinking about it, putting it in your head, constantly being reminded of, hey, there's these kind of things that we need to do, just add them as a to-do list somewhere, whether it's on a paper or on your phone, and then choose a day to actually do them. And even for something like this, I realized it took me about an hour to get the paint, start painting, and get everything done. So it doesn't make sense to think for weeks about, when are we going to paint it? When are we going to change this? When are we going to change that? And if you look at all of these things like free occupational therapy, in my opinion, it's a win-win situation. So in this video, we changed the tap, made some shelves for çantik and katmer, hang a painting, made the roller blinds more darkening, and painted some walls. Hope you liked this video. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.